It's time for Friday Night Flights, sponsored by McDonald's of Hampton Roads, Hampton Roads Transit Student Freedom Pass, and Casey Auto Group.
The rain is gone. The skies were clear. What a great way to end the week. A beautiful night for high school football and high above the crowds. Anita Blanton on Chopper 10 led the charge as we bring you another exciting edition of Friday Night Flights. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce Rader. Now, while several schools moved their games to tomorrow, we had plenty of action around the region tonight, and we begin in Chesapeake, where unbeaten Grassfield took on a very good Indian River team. You knew this was going to be a shootout, and special teams would play a big role in tonight's game. We begin with Grassfield's Shondell Joyner going over the top to block the punt in the end zone, and Seth Dobbs falls on it for the game's first score. Indian River now on the move. Keyshawn Brown with a play-action pass finds Jermeek Knight over the middle into the end zone. We're all tied at 7. More problems for the Braves special teams. This time the punter kicks the ball directly to Aaron Bullock. He scoops up the ball and rumbles into the end zone for a grisly touchdown. Grassfield taking it now to the air. Justice Bigby rolls out to his right, finds Trevor Burns in the end zone for a 3-touchdown lead. But in an amazing comeback, Indian River scores 22 unanswered points. Brandon Manley with a late interception. Keyshawn Brown scores the game-winning touchdown. And Indian River, with a big second half, would go on to knock off Grassfield 42-35 in the game of the week. Meanwhile, Phoebus in black, Kickintan with the ball to start the game. Phoebus against Kickintan. Sharon Nixon takes it up the middle, coughs it up. Andre Jackson is there with the recovery. That sets up Jackson as he is now on offense, on the sweep, spinning, breaking tackles, and he just can't be stopped. He's in for the score. Kickintan would then get the ball back, and they've got to go to the air. Looking to throw. They go long, but great defense. Phoebus comes up with the interception. It's Deshaun Pope Jr. But on the very next play, Kickintan, they're going to get the ball right back. This was a defensive struggle. Look at Keith Grandy with the one-handed interception. What a play. Phoebus, however, with the big victory, 48-7 over Kickintan tonight. Staying on the peninsula, 3-1 Gloucester, hosting 2-1 Hampton, and it was a dazzling night for the Crabbers of Hampton. Up 14-0 after the first quarter, Coach Mike Smith's team takes a 10-0 lead after the 4-yard touchdown by Traquan Smith. In the second, the Dukes come back in the red zone. Quarterback Isaiah Spencer to Elil Daniel, fighting his way for the 18-yard touchdown pass, and Hampton coach Mike Smith, well, you know, he did not like that. He's not a happy man, but as I mentioned, it was a dazzling night for Hampton as Daz Newsome, with 4 of Hampton's 6 touchdowns, and he recovered a fumble, and he ran for 153 yards, and he had 53 receiving yards. I hope Coach Bobby Wilder from Old Dominion was watching that. Hampton over Gloucester 43-7. And joining me tonight on Friday Night Flights, the main anchor of our 6 and 11 o'clock news here on Wavy TV 10, Anita Blanton. And Anita, I know you are happy that the rain finally stopped so that you could fly high in the sky.
Absolutely.
On Chopper 10.
Bruce, my hair has had it with the week, so
whoa,
I had to put it
I
up
think
tonight.
It looks great.
I was ecstatic, though, to see the sunshine today and thrilled to head out in Chopper 10 into clear skies. Let's talk about my first stop to Indian River High School. Great crowd there, and such a great story about one of the newest members of this team. Tonight was Nyreek Foster's first game in a jersey. Nyreek has limb-girdle muscular dystrophy. It's his first year at Indian River, and as the players and coaches have really gotten to know him from spending some time in the lunchroom with him, they quickly found out just how much of a football fan he is. So the captains asked if he could be an honorary member of this bunch of Braves.
I got a phone call yesterday, and they were like, all of the star players want Nyreek to flip the coin, bring him, and we're here. It was simple, and he came home, and they sent him home with a jersey, and he's a part of the Braves now.
Thank you, everybody. It's shots out loud. I hope my team get this win.
That's all he cared about, get the win. Nyreek's mother says that he's been in the motorized wheelchair for about 4 years and that it's been a battle, but of course now he has a whole team of brave warriors by his side. All right, time to check in with the Bay River districts. Lafayette, a serious state title contender in action against Jamestown.
You know your football. Let's head to Wanner Stadium in Williamsburg for the highlights early in the first quarter. Quarterback Cesar Ward is going to hand it to the senior running back, Kyle Johnson. He gets a nice block, makes a nice cut, and is in for the touchdown. Now, Johnson was shaken up on the play, but he would come back and score another touchdown later in the quarter. So we're going to move ahead to the second quarter. Rams up 21-0 when their big 230-pound junior, Armani Burden, rumbles into the end zone for the score. Jamestown was down 28-0, but they did get some offense when quarterback Hunter Britton would find wideout Zach Pennycuff in the end zone, but that would really be all for the Eagles offense tonight as the dominating Lafayette defense owned the field. The Rams win 63-7 and improve to 4-0 on the year. You're right, Anita. They're contenders. Down the road, here's a good rivalry. Always a large and loud crowd to see Poquoson take on York. We're going to move to the third quarter. Poquoson in maroon. They give the ball to Cole Jackson, and the senior does the rest. It's an Islanders touchdown, and they're up 21-7. Now, a little later, what have I said so many times? You can't win without good special teams. Poquoson fields the punt. The sophomore Colton Hicks has to field it on the hop. He gets a nice return. The Falcons were able to hold, but couldn't make it happen on offense. Quarterback Ramsey Hyatt in trouble. He throws on the run. It's picked off. Donovan Edwards into the end zone for a pick six. Islanders run away with a 28-7 win. Now on to one of the best atmosphere in Hampton Roads, Bailey Field. The Tabb students going crazy as always. Their Tigers taking on rival Grafton, and what a game. Tabb in black. Will Marks goes long on third down. Demetrius Bagwell with the catch. Forget about it. He's gone. Touchdown Tigers, who take the early lead, and they're just going to add to it. After a Grafton fumble, Zach Wusk watching as he takes the ball. He spins around into the end zone for 6, and then still in the second quarter, another Tabb running back gets into the action. This is Latrell Smith around the left side and right into your living room. Touchdown Tabb. That made it 21-7, but Grafton, down by 17 points, would come alive in the second half. They scored 16 points in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter to rally and beat Tabb 29-26 to remain unbeaten in the Bay Rivers District Game of the Week. Now one more final from the Bay Rivers District. New Kent 28-0 over the Bruton Panthers. And when we return, a big showdown in Chesapeake as Kings Fork brings its high-powered offense for a date with the Western Branch Bruins.
I was there, and the debut of a new segment, the Friday Night Flights Play of the Night.
We're the first Colonial cheerleaders. Don't go away. Bruce and Anita will be right back with more Friday Night Flights.
The Marching Patriots are First Colonial High School under the direction of Luke Walker, the Friday Night Flights Band of the Week.
Sound pretty good to me. You can see their entire performance on wavy.com.
First Colonial, however, had the night off, as well as the rest of the schools in Virginia Beach. Officials decided to postpone all the beach games for tomorrow.
Yeah, because their teams were not able to practice all week. 2 days, really, because of the flooding. So for a list of sites and times, go to wavy.com and click on sports there.
Now, no postponements at Western Branch, as you well know. The Bruins at home against Kings Fork. As always, the Western Branch students out in full force to support their Bruins, but they could not have been happy about this play. Fourth down for Kings Fork. Justin German mishandles the ball, gets it back, rolls around, hits Sherrard Joe in the end zone for the score. Hey, Anita, that's a candidate for the play of the week. Western Branch, though, answers right back. This is Dominic Brooks to John Ransom. He's over the middle, cuts inside. That's a big pickup for the Bruins. They're in the red zone, leading to a short touchdown run by Javon Sparrow as Western Branch holds on for the win 35-14.
And speaking of Western Branch, that was one of Chopperton's stops of the night. There we are high up above the game. We had so much fun because this school has loads of spirit. Welcome to the home of the Bruin Crazies. This group is made up primarily of upperclassmen, but I'm told anyone in the school who wants to join can be a part. Their principal, Dr. Whitley, said that he's just so glad to see such a great tradition continuing on. And I talked to one of the seniors about their legacy and how in the world they get so many people color coordinated for the game.
It's a whiteout game. I said, people have been thinking that the Bruin Crazies are over after last year's class. We're trying to keep it going. We're trying to show them that we're not done yet.
Okay, so he has Facebook, Twitter, and Kick to get their messages out. No shortage of ways to do that online for them. And while they can tell that there's not a problem there raising the decibels, once they get together outdoors, it's the same thing. I mean, they're one great group to be around.
And that's what I call good crazy.
Absolutely, a good crazy.
Now on to Norfolk, Powhatan Field, where the Maury Commodores played this afternoon. Both teams hungry for a win against Wilson. Maury in blue looking for his first win of the season. Running back Latrell Moore gets the carry. It looks like he stopped. The pile goes one way. He goes the other into the end zone. Touchdown for the Commodores on their very first drive. Now, the Churchland Truckers trying to respond. Donardo Harrison lets it fly. It's picked off at the 10 by Javon Elliott, who scores a touchdown from Kevin Mills on the final play of the first half. He gets a few blocks. He puts the stiff arm out, and he is on his way for a 90-yard touchdown. That could be a play of the night. Maury would take a 21-6 halftime lead. Harrison would make up with a nice makeup play. A couple of them, actually. He had a 61 and 82-yard touchdown pass to Quentin Green, but Maury would go on to win 35-16 in Norfolk tonight. And still to come, the Friday Night Flights play of the night. That's next. Anita, so mmany great plays this week, but here is the Riverside Orthopedics and Sports Medicine play of the night, and you got to give it to the big man. Grassfield's Aaron Bullock, right place, right time, scoops up a bad punt, and his name is so fitting, he just bowls his way into the end zone. That is a heck of a moment for the senior, and it is our Riverside Orthopedics and Sports Medicine play of the night.
Nice.
Granby with a 20-point win over Booker T. Washington. King George hands Norcom a 60-6 loss.
Bishop Sullivan suffers its second loss of the season. The Crusaders lose to St. Francis by 7. Atlantic Shores 41-13 over Christchurch.
Norfolk Academy loses to St. Christopher's 38-17. Surrey County got a big game from Antonio Haskett, and the Cougars 16-14 win over Greensville. Nansman River 21-13 over Hickory. Also, Woodside beat Warwick 17-7. And despite all the rain, Anita, a great night of Friday Night Flights. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, I had a blast, Bruce. Thanks to all the great folks at Western Branch and also at Indian River. We had a blast out there. So thank you for having us, and thanks for letting me join you.
Have a great weekend. Good night, everybody.